Hi, I'm Meera Allen with your Manifesting Destiny Moon Update. We are coming to a new moon in Cancer, the sign of the crab, that water sign. I'm going to give you guys the times first. So it's 17th of July at in London at 7:31 p.m. 18th of July in Sydney, Brisbane at 4:31 a.m. LA 17th of July 11:31 a.m. and New York 17th of July 2:31 p.m. But you can always look up where you are in the world where this new moon is going to be happening for you. What does this new moon in Cancer really symbolize? Here we are in the middle of the year. It's that time when we have a lot of reflection, but because it's also in the sign of Cancer, it's the crab. It's about home. It's about safety. It's a water sign, so it's in the feminine. It's also about healing and intuition. So this is a really awesome new moon to think about where you need to make decisions about where you're living, how you're living, who in your living situation needs to change, or how does that need to look? Do you need to look at your goals again? What does that situation look like for you? Also, does this manifest with the dreams that you set earlier in your life? Are you starting to match up to your goals? Or do you need to revisit and rethink, what is it that makes me feel warm, safe, secure, joyful, cool, whatever it is that you really need in your home space? What kind of creature comforts do you like to have? And who are the energies that you choose to have around you, like your family, whether it's your real blood family or your soul family? What does that family and that safety mean for you? How do you make these decisions so that you can manifest your home and your life to be in a different structure, perhaps, that gives you great harmony and ease? I'm creating a home here at the moment in Thailand, which is quite beautiful, and it has given me a huge connection to that feeling of being at home. Home for me means ocean. Home for me is really water. And because this is a water sign time, it's also about the feminine. I've been having so much massage and actually feeling a real sense of embodiment within my own body, feeling safe and comfortable in the home of my own body. And that's something that, our bodies are going with us everywhere. So, how do you feel home wherever your body needs to be? So, this is also with the shift in what we consider to be the actual home or the safety of home, family, security. What does that even mean? So, for countries, we look at that as, the borders, the safety of your borders, or the safety of your nation, of your country. Does your country feel like it's a safe place? Does your government feel like it's giving you that safety and security? Or does it feel like, yeah, not so much? So have a time of inquiry this new moon of, what does your ideal home and life situation feel like, where it's not forcibly sort of implemented, rather it feels like a feminine flow, like an organic feeling of home, an organic feeling of, yeah, this is where I'm meant to be. This is where my soul sings. And these are the questions that is poignant to ask at this new moon. The next part of this is also about dreams. Where in your inner world, in your inner home, in your inner sanctum, in your inner meditation, in your inner safety, do you feel like in an organic, safe place, you're getting closer to the dreams that you always have envisaged for yourself? Is it dreams of a lifestyle that you want to have? Is it dreams about your career and vocation to work around your home life? A lot of people now are working online, and that follows them wherever their home is. So also your dreams in any manifestation where it feels like, I have always had that sitting there and it gives me this feeling of safety, security, and it feels like I'm in my flow. Revisit your dreams. Also, have a look at your actual dreams. What are happening if you do dream and you remember them, write them down as soon as you wake up in the morning. So your actual REM sleep, what is going on, and how are you tapping into that subconscious self where your dreams are becoming like a little message to you. And you're closer to your dreams because your reality is showing and demonstrating those things. This is something that I really noticed over the last few days, just a little anecdote of what's been going on in terms of dreams. I was speaking to somebody about vocal confidence and about singing and about using sound and my voice, and I realized I'm living in my dream. I'm living the dream that I had, when I was 7 and was in the choir, and I had these dreams of using my voice and doing art and singing, and that has organically flowed into my life. So, where do your dreams feel like they're coming closer to you? Notice the synchronicities and notice the signs for those things as well. The other part of the Cancerian, because it's that hard shell crab, it's also about protection and feeling safe. And I've mentioned this in other videos, but really knowing your boundaries. Brené Brown talks about the most compassionate people are the most boundaried people. Now, what does that really mean for you? Where do your boundaries begin and end? What is no, this is a no-go for me? This is, yes, this is good for me. What are your boundaries in every facet of your life? What are your health standards? What are your boundaries around what you eat, drink, consume? Smoke, not smoke. What is your boundaries for your own health and wellness in your inner waters? How do you commune with those inner waters? What are your boundaries for feeling safe and protected from a physicality home? In America, there's all these questions about gun laws and things like that. Like, what gives you safety? And the other thing is also, how do you commune with your inner waters? It is a water sign, and it allows itself to flow, that little Cancer, that little crab, because it's mushy on the inside. It has a tough shell on the outside, but it feels safe when it's running to the oceans and it's in its water, when it burrows down and it's feeling connected to that water part of itself, that inner mushy part of itself. The entire skeletal structure of a Cancerian, of a crab, it is the skeletal systems on its outside, it's boundaried, but its inside's a mush, but it has those little pincers that can snap, 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 and maintain those boundaries if something or someone is crossing that. So you've got to know where you're able to say no. You've got to know how to assert yourself in that as well. So that's something to look at, this particularly in this new moon in the Cancer sign. The other part, and the final part that I wanted to end on, is about feeling safe and secure in the blood, in the waters, in that communion of your frequency and your vibration from a cellular level. When we look at water, we are 70-80% liquid water. What sounds are we putting in to our ears? What sounds are we putting into our body? And where is that affecting? You play a drum and you watch a glass of water and you watch those ripple effects in the water. But then if you play a singing bowl, and the resonance and the frequency is also having effects from the waveforms of that water. So our bodies are affected so deeply by frequency, vibration, sound. So we get to play with the water element in ourselves, and that can be extremely jarring or that can be extremely healing. So it depends what you're listening to, what frequencies are you tapping to, and where are you putting your ears, or you're in your inner ear in your meditation to hear that resounding sound. The closest thing may be a singing bowl. So this is something that I've been wearing my little ears. I hope this recording comes out clear. My little headphones. And where is that for you? A frequency that every time I hear this song, or every time I do this meditation, it has a singing bowl or a didgeridoo or something in the background of it, or you put on a frequency binaural beat meditation, or something which gives you the ability to hear and take in that frequency and vibration into your cellular level, into your waters, and going into those waveforms that we're all made of when we break it down into smaller, into our nucleus, inside the atoms, and going into the photonic particles that make us up. Make up our non-matter part of ourselves is what we realize we're pretty much 99.99999% when we break it down to our smallest particles. Nothing. But that nothing is affected by waveforms. So if you think about going the ocean, that's always got wave forming, constant waveforms. When you think about music, song, even the fact that I'm recording this, it's all coming out through wave and sound. So how does your wave and sounds affect your waters of your subconscious? This can be profoundly healing, profoundly nurturing. This is such a cool new moon to put out through listening to those sounds and through your imagination, to create, as we sow our seeds on a new moon, to create those new dreams, new goals, especially around home and family and where you want to live and how you want to live and the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. Starting to really put that out through the sounds. As you listen to those sounds or listen to that music and allow your imagination to follow and manifest. Maybe revisit your goals, maybe readjust where you want to live, how you want to live, who you want to live with, how does it look like for you. Anyway, that is my new moon update for you. I hope you've enjoyed and I hope this is recorded clearly, and I'll catch you guys back in Australia. Namaste, happy new moon in Cancer, and shout out happy birthday to all the Cancerians out there.